What's up, residents? Alistair here with some massive news for Godzilla vs. Kong. Stick around for the details. For those eager to see Godzilla vs. Kong, the film has been pushed forward from its May 21st release date to March 26th, a whole 2 months closer from today, which is pretty mental. If that's the case, they should have been marketing the film 2 months ago. But is it really bad, or is it good that it's been moved? Let's take a look. The news comes from Variety.com, a website that is pretty much as legit as it could be. Their rather short article doesn't state too much info about the news outside of the actual shift in release date. Now, what does this mean for the film? Well, obviously we'll get to see it sooner. Hooray! But obviously there's going to be some questions left unanswered for now, such as what does this mean for countries that don't have HBO Max? And what about countries that are still in lockdown that don't have access to cinemas? What about those countries, Warner Bros? I ask that because in the UK, cinemas are still shut and we don't have HBO Max, which means if theatres are still closed by the time March rolls around, which is very soon, then I will have no access to the film, which is a big problem for someone that runs a Godzilla channel. I'm hoping Warner Bros. Can answer these questions and at least settle some worries for those that have been eagerly awaiting for this film for a long time. Clearly this news comes from the deal both Legendary and Warner Bros. Are making in order for Godzilla vs. Kong to be played on HBO Max alongside theatres, which Legendary attempted to block in favour of a strictly theatrical run. And although we have no solid numbers for how Wonder Woman 1984 has performed, it's clear to me that Legendary's sudden confidence in Godzilla vs. Kong being released earlier on a streaming platform no less comes from some promising numbers, even whilst we're in the midst of a worldwide pandemic. A trailer is most likely around the corner, with Legendary most likely planning on an intense but short and sweet marketing scheme. So expect a report on Godzilla vs. Kong from Entertainment Weekly within the next week or two. If you've been following them, you'll know they just released some promo images for the new Mortal Kombat movie, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. The release of this film will definitely be confusing to some, so some clarity on it would be nice. Chances are the box office numbers will be the lowest in the Monsterverse for obvious reasons, but the chances are the money from HBO Max will pay for the movie within its first week of release. Warner Bros. Might have wanted GVK to avoid Black Widow, Free Guy, Jungle Cruise, and a variety of other large movies, but that said, what can we expect Godzilla vs. Kong to compete with in March? Well, we have Raya on March 5th, The Kingsman on the 12th of March, and that's about it. March is definitely a more free month for Warner Bros., so Godzilla vs. Kong might thrive in this release date, as long as the pandemic can settle down just enough for cinemas to reopen, or for HBO Max to release in other territories. Either way, the film has most likely been completed for several months now, and has been sitting in Legendary's vault for all that time, just waiting for a time to begin its marketing scheme, and it looks like that time is nigh. 2021 doesn't look so bad after all. But what do you think? Are you excited for the shift up in release date, or not? Let us know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, then subscribe and stomp that notification button to become a resident of Dangerville today. I've been Alistair, your Mayor of Dangerville, and we'll see you residents in the next one.